Assalamualaikum and hi. I hope everything is going wonderfully well for you guys. Here we are still in chapter 3. So we are going to continue our lesson on photosynthesis. In this video, we will specifically be looking into chemiosmosis process in photosynthesis, where ATP molecules are being synthesized to power the Dulc reaction or Calvin cycle later. Coming back to our lesson outcome, chemiosmosis is part of the light reaction that you have seen in the previous video. Let's just recall the definition of chemiosmosis from what you have learned in chapter 2. To put it in simple terms, osmosis is the movement of substance down the concentration gradient. That means from high to low concentration. Chemi, on the other hand, let's just refer it to chemical substance. In this process, we are referring it to H+ ions. So, movement of these H+ ions across the membrane will drive the synthesis of ATP. In photosynthesis, we can say that chemiosmosis is the movement of H+ ions down the gradient from thylakoid space to stroma. If you could still remember, chemiosmosis in photosynthesis is one of the basic steps in photophosphorylation. This is because it uses light energy to convert ADP to ATP. So how does the gradient created between thylakoid space and stroma? One of the factors contributing to the different concentration is photolysis. So this reaction occurs in photosystem 2 during linear electron flow, where water molecules is split by enzyme, thus producing two hydrogen ions, electrons, and oxygen. The second factor is the movement of electron down the electron transport chain. This is from primary electron acceptor of photosystem 2 to plastoquinone, to cytochrome complex and plastocyanin, and finally to photosystem 1. All of the energy released during electron transport chain will be used to power a proton pump which is embedded in the membrane. So outside of the thylakoid membrane, out in the stroma, there are many H+ ions. These H+ ions will flow into the thylakoid through the proton pump and make the concentration of H+ ions even higher in the thylakoid space. Additionally, formation of NADPH also contribute to the gradient created between those two species. This happens when H+ ions are removed from stroma during the formation of NADPH at the end of the linear electron flow, and this will reduce the concentration of H+ ions in stroma. Now we have even more hydrogen ions in the thylakoid space. So remember at the definition of chemiosmosis we've talked earlier, apart from the movement of H+ ions down the gradient, the process also drives ATP production through a protein called ATP synthase. The only way out for H plus ions from the thylakoid space is through ATP synthase protein. So every time a H plus ion pass through, ATP synthase will combine ADP molecule with inorganic phosphate molecule to form ATP. The ATP produced will be used in the Calvin cycle afterward. We also have came across chemiosmosis in cellular respiration. So the chemiosmosis in cellular respiration occurs in mitochondria. What are similar between chemiosmosis in mitochondria and chloroplasts are both involve electron transport chains, which excite electrons and produce energy. And this energy is used to pump H plus ions across the membrane against the concentration gradient. And as the H plus ions diffuse back across the membrane, they come in through ATP synthase and ATP is produced. So in mitochondria, this part is called oxidative phosphorylation, while in chloroplasts, this is called photophosphorylation. So we can say that chloroplasts and mitochondria generate ATP by the same mechanism, which is chemiosmosis. However, they use different sources of energy. So in mitochondria, the energy source comes from food, while in chloroplasts, the energy source comes from the photon. Chemiosmosis also differ between these two organelles for the site of H plus ions reservoir. In mitochondria, H plus ions are pumped to the intermembrane space and will drive ATP synthesis as they diffuse back into the matrix. And in chloroplasts, H plus ions are pumped into the thylakoid space and drive ATP synthesis as they diffuse back into the stroma. This diagram here is another way to compare the chemiosmosis process in mitochondria structure and chloroplast structure. You can see here in the mitochondria structure, intermembrane space has higher concentration of H plus ions, which is the darker area. So H plus ion will move back to matrix through ATP synthase. The energy release will be used to phosphorylate ADP to produce ATP. Similarly, for chloroplast structure, H plus ions is higher in concentration in thylakoid space, also the darker area. Same process here, H plus ions will move back to stroma through ATP synthase. So the energy release will be used to phosphorylate ADP to produce ATP.